Finally, a national championship game that lived up to its building. What a great game. I mean, exciting from start to finish. Definitely one of those contests that had you on the edge of your seat for the entire 4-hour marathon, it seemed to be. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here. This is going to be your Tuesday video report. Of course, last night did cash with my biggest college play ever, 30-dime release on Auburn. But I've got to tell you, throughout the first half of that game, even in the third quarter of that game, I'm sitting there going, why didn't I bet the under? My God, I gave you the under free here on the video report yesterday, finishing the college football season on a 21-12 run with the college football freebies. Bird in hand, worth more than two in the bush. That's how I felt last night if I had bet the under instead of going with Auburn. But and how about the way the money rolled in on Oregon yesterday? My God, Auburn, about 24 hours before kickoff, was 2.5, and it was already, 2, and there was already some movement down to 1.5. But most places here in Vegas, by kickoff last night, the Ducks were a 1-point favorite then in the contest. So the public definitely rolled in hard on Oregon. Damned if I know why. I mean, if you didn't get the play, you can read the analysis. I think I pretty much hit the analysis right on target, right on the head there, and that is on my homepage. And I finished the College Bowl season 4-1 with my highest rated selections, 2 out of 3 15-dime plays, the 1 20-dimer, Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl, and of course the 30-dimer last night. Nothing huge on today's limited card. I do think the best value on the board as I go for winning day number 6 out of 7 is the Big Ten game between Illinois and Penn State. Now I backed Illinois in its last game, last Thursday, laying 8.5 at home, and they rolled over Northwestern by 25. But this has been an Illinois team that, even though it's off to a 3-0 start in Big Ten play, is just 3 weeks removed from consecutive losses to Missouri and Illinois of Chicago. This has been a team that has occasionally let up here at times this season. Now, Penn State, on the other hand, coming off a monster upset of Michigan State on Saturday. You've got a line of about 5 points in this game, and the question here is, does Illinois get caught looking ahead to its next game this weekend against Wisconsin? Do the Illini have a letdown after starting the Big Ten season 3-0, shooting nearly 65% in those games? Does Penn State build on the momentum as the home dog after its upset of the Spartans, or do the Lions get caught in a flat spot and a look ahead because they've got Ohio State next up in the docket in Columbus? That is my lone release tonight. And let's get to your free pick now. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia 76ers minus the points at home, laying about 5 points against Indiana. Now, these two hooked up in the season's third game, and that one was Indiana rolling on its home floor, 99-86. Then 4 days later, Philadelphia had the return engagement at home, and the Sixers rolled 101-75, holding the Pacers to a season worst 31.5% from the field in that contest. Pacers are really struggling right now. They've dropped 3 in a row in 6 of their last 7, and in those 6 losses, they've allowed 99.8 points a game. They are 0-9 straight up on the road, December and January combined, and in those games, they're allowing 101 in terms of points a game, 101.1 to be exact points per game. And early in the season when the Pacers were playing some good ball, they were getting balanced scoring, good play from Roy Hibbert at center. But more importantly, Jim O'Brien's team, which relies on the fast break and an up-tempo style play, was cracking down defensively. Again, during their 6 losses in their last 7 games, they're giving up almost 100 points a game, and they're giving up 101 a game in their 9 consecutive road losses the past 2 months. Meanwhile, Philadelphia on a 9-2 straight up run, say that 3 times quickly, and they've covered 10 of those 11 games. Their only straight up losses in that 11-game stretch coming against the Lakers by 4 and the Celtics by 1. That is a 9-2 straight up run at home, FYI, at home. Most recent victory coming against the Chicago Bulls last week. Overall, this team has covered 19 of its last 25 games. I like the Sixers a lot tonight. I thought about betting them, but decided instead just to opt using them as a free play. I'm a little worried because you're going to have the return of Andre Iguodala tonight. Now, he's missed 7 straight games because of Achilles tendonitis. Even though he's one of their top players, maybe their top player, period, whenever you've got a guy that is a guy that needs the ball a lot, that generally is your top scorer, he's been out of action, the team's been playing well, and then he returns, the rotations that had been kind of set in stone here lately, the style of play, that all gets affected because you've got to reconnect with your teammates. You've got to get that chemistry back once again. And even though point guard Jrue Holiday has been playing some great ball, averaging 20 points a game in the last 8, again, I'm just a little concerned with them putting it all together. And one thing Jim O'Brien likes to do in returning to Philadelphia, which of course he coached the Sixers a few years ago and had to put up with Allen Iverson at the time, loves to stick it to the Sixers. But again, the Pacers are struggling, so I'll use them as a free play. I'll wager on Illinois and Penn State instead. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again on Wednesday morning.